rainbow jersey.
I would like to be the next Binia because he's that type of guy everyone is looking at now in Africa.
History maker, Binia Girmay, the rising star of Africa.
You make history. You make history. You know it for Africa. You know it, Binia.
The goal is not to bring, I would say, our peloton to Africa and then to be back. The goal was clearly to have this championship in Africa, but for Africa.
Aujourd'hui, vous arrivez à la maison, il y a quand même quelque chose de particulier. Il faut leur montrer que le Rwanda est présent.
The future of African cycling isn't coming, it's already here.
It's going to put Africa on the map.
3, 2, 1, and let's go!
Good morning, Kigali. It's 6 a.m. The sun is rising over the land of 1,000 hills, and it is a very special day today.
The UCI is expected to formally announce Rwanda as the host of the 2025 Road World Cycling Championships.
First and foremost, I'm proud that the World Championships will come to Kigali in Africa, first time. I think it's a very, very big feat.
Now, 2025 will be the year of cycling in Africa.
The 2025 World Road Cycling Championships will be held in Rwanda. All other continents have already hosted the Road World Championships except Africa.
The Tour de Rwanda this year serves as a test event for the Road World Championships, set to take place on African soil for the very first time this coming September.
Yes, African coffee, African tea.
Togenda genda ku kirabo obudde bugenze.
Genda.
Ati wono mali akatimala akola ekigo yakawunga.
Awa nfuma amazzi gakunaaba.
Gakunaaba? Nammwe munaaba amazzi agookya?
Gundi ondabise ngenda kunaaba. My name is Natume Miria from Uganda, cyclist from Masaka Cycling Club. I started cycling 2020. The reason why my mother took me to cycling was because by then I had many groups. He was scared that I would get spoiled. He didn't like the sport, but he took me to the sport just to take time, not to be in bad peer groups. That's how I started cycling.
Kwanza onoozisobola omukazi avuga eggaali. Abeewaabwe ne bamugaana ne bamugamba tagenda mu ggaali. Naye nze bwe nalaba ng'azaagala ne mugamba wabula kola ki? Nti genda, n'agenda n'atandika okusasulwa ssente nga bw'aleeta bwe tulyako bwe tuto. Kale ne tunyumirwa obugaali naffe ffennyini. Baali tebaba waagala naffe ne tubunyumirwa.
Miria came to South Africa and we recognized her as a talent through Masaka Cycling Club and the Uganda Cycling Association.
Where I have brought you is where I usually come for my recoveries. Maybe when I'm sad at times, I come here, I just listen to the nature. I just feel the vibes of the nature, like now. I just feel it. Everything is good. I don't have any stress. I'm just looking at the plants, at the sunset, listening to the cow's voice. Everything's good.
Hi, I'm JP van Zyl. I'm a fan of African cycling and I work for the World Cycling Center in Switzerland, doing the development on the African continent. Owen and his team told me Miria is really talented, that she needs to deserve a place to come to the training camp in Paarl in South Africa. We did that. prior to the Africa Championships in Kenya. She didn't get tired. She was very motivated. She grabbed this opportunity. You can see the athletes that are just, when they have this epiphany, oh wow, this is where I belong here. I'm getting better. I want to learn more, and they're like a sponge. They want information.
I want those people to see me, what I have achieved. They bring their children in cycling, and they get inspired from me. That is keeping me going. Like, when I think about that, I just go. They need to see me, and then they come in cycling. The goal this year is to participate in World Championship.
South Africa coming home for you right now at the end of a long run.
But Moolman Pasio for SD Works here opens up this. Here's for Ashley Moolman Pasio now going
Women's
clear.
cyclist Ashley Moolman Pasio has walked away with the biggest accolade.
Ashley Moolman Pasio for the longest time has been the sole flag bearer for African women's cycling on the global stage.
Ashley Moolman Pasio continues to represent local cycling with distinction.
Moolman pulls out again. Moolman going all the way. It's Ashley Moolman Pasio who takes the World Champions jersey.
My name is Ashley Moolman Pasio. I'm South African, and I'm currently riding for the AG Insurance Soudal World Tour team. I used to play with my friends in the streets, riding our bikes. But while I was at school, cycling was not a career path, or it's not even something that I even imagined. You know, in South Africa at the time, I was mainly involved in more traditional school sports, which is like field hockey or athletics, tennis. I went to university to study chemical engineering, and it was at university that I met my husband, Carl. From the very first moment, actually, Carl immediately noticed my potential as a cyclist, because all of a sudden, my small, petite size, but my strength came together, you know, in terms of power to weight. Step by step, it became very clear that cycling was a talent and something that I should pursue. I came over the next year to ride in Europe, but on no salary. When I started, which was in 2010, I mean, salaries weren't even possible in women's cycling. So the only way I could make it was, was by riding for a local team, so riding throughout the year. So when the off-season happened in Europe, I had to go back to South Africa to compete for the local team, who was paying me a small salary. It's absolutely impossible to stand a chance of a top result if you're not racing in Europe amongst the best cyclists in the world. It didn't come without its challenges, its heartaches, tears. In the first year as a professional cyclist, I broke my collarbone 3 times in the space of 12 months.
It didn't come easy to her. She had to overcome a lot of the obstacles that African cyclists still face today, but she did not give up. Ashley wants her career to mean more than just herself. She understands what she achieves can mean something else for someone else.
So I think after 15 years of going to World Champs, this is potentially your last smash at a world title. I mean, you should feel confident about it.
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot of confidence. I know I've done the preparation. I know the fitness is there. I know the course is well suited to me. I've ridden the course myself. I know what it's like in Rwanda. There's going to be the energy of Africa. So there's a lot of positives, but I think what I do also need to be cognizant of is not to go back to that sort of big weight on your shoulders type of situation where I don't really respond very well. Like, yes, it's my last crack at a world title, but I've also got to go out there and just have fun and enjoy the race.
Yeah, I think we've seen you do that in Africa multiple times.
That's what brings results at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I love Africa, and I just love the energy of the people. I really can't wait to be there and to be racing in front of an African crowd. It's going to be so cool.
Well, let's go there and fire.
Yep, I'm excited. To win a world title or an Olympic Games is really a challenge when you come from countries outside of Europe. Being a world champion was something that I almost let go of, and I have become one of the best in the world. I believe that the World Championships in Rwanda is a turning point for African cycling. However, it's only the start point, because it's going to be the event that shows the world what African cycling is all about. It's going to be interesting because with the World Championships in Rwanda, do we need more racing in Africa, or do we need to get more Africans to the racing in Europe?
Again, we've asked the question so many times, and here he comes. Is he going to make it through? She defends the rainbow jersey in absolute fashion. Perfection.
Down the home stretch, and the favourite, Eddie Merckx, wins by only half a wheel. Merckx becomes world champ.
And these are Pog's worlds. Tadej Pogačar and the rainbow jersey, the perfect fit.
I'm David Lapartien, the president of the UCI, Union Cycliste Internationale. The UCI has been created in April 19,000. The World Championship cycling on the road were born in 1921. It's a very specific race. You have the jersey, and the jersey is something unique. We are the only sport with a jersey.
The rainbow jersey is the pinnacle of the sport, really. It's the one jersey that everybody, recognizes and aspires to, to wear those rainbow stripes.
It's a dream for a rider to wear this jersey. All the top riders, they want to wear it. And that's something that will make the championship unique. They all think there is no earpieces. So you need to feel the race yourself. It's by nation. This is only a race in the year. It's on a circuit. So we have to crown one of the top riders. The World Championship are the World Championship, but we've never been to Africa.
Thank you.
We are working with so many nations here in Africa to enlarge cycling, to make cycling one of the most popular sports within the continent. And yes, we also need to have this event to showcase a little bit cycling in Africa to the world. And they will see the passion here for cycling.
I'm Chris Froome, 4 times winner of the Tour de France. I was born in Kenya, born in East Africa. I think we need many more races on the African continent, like the Tour of Rwanda. It's probably the best opportunity for African cyclists to racing against Europeans.
The key actors are, of course, Rwanda, because they have the most important race, which is the Tour of Rwanda, and they will host the World Championship.
My name is Nelly Mukazaire. I'm the Minister of Sports. I'll say we started with a humble beginning, and Tour de Rwanda got elevated to 2.1, which was good, but also more challenging.
This is a special day for us. This edition of Tour de Rwanda is going also to be on another level because it's going to bring a greater significance as we build up to UCI 2025 Road World Championship.
I have a written speech, but I think I will not follow my speech, and I will just speak with my heart. Because today it's a great day for the UCI. After 125 years, we will celebrate our 125 years anniversary on the 14th of April this year. So to celebrate our birthday, we decided to come here in Rwanda. And I remember my first meeting with President Kagame. At the time, it was the bid to organize the 2025 UCI Cycling World Championships. And the president was clear. For him, he wanted to have a legacy. Of course, to welcome the event, because it's a cycling nation, but clearly to have a legacy.
Africa deserves to have the championship. It's also going to be the platform for Africa to launch itself as a serious contender for big races, like the Tour de Rwanda.
What is his dream?
Ça va être une course dure où il va falloir être présent à l'avant.
Cette étape-là, elle va être importante sur le final, comme on a dit hier. Donc vainqueur et Moïse, il faut absolument être dans le groupe maillot jaune. Aujourd'hui, vous arrivez à la maison, il y a quand même quelque chose de particulier. Il y a toute la famille qui va être là. Il faut leur montrer que le Rwanda est présent. Il faut quand même s'économiser un petit peu. Mais bon, il va falloir quand même aller rechercher un petit peu de points aujourd'hui. Donc mec, hier on a vu que tu étais bien en forme. Donc écoute, aujourd'hui, continue à montrer le maillot et voilà, c'est important. Bon, hier, on n'a pas fait le cri de guerre, mais aujourd'hui, on va le faire. Allez, tout le monde. Moïse. Oh, voilà! Merci les gars.
We have number 113, Alessio Gasparini.
So please, guys, we remain alert.
Mr. Yau Alakwame, the president.
In 2023, I'm the winners. We are ready, so my goal is to win yellow jersey.
3, 2, 1, and let's go!
Having such a tour to Rwanda is very helpful for any organization, I think, in the world to really get the feel, and the requirements for a championship in September.
Kigali has for years shown that they can host world-class events. Now, that's not to say that this World Championships won't be without its obstacles. There will be teething issues. There will be challenges compared to a first world country like Switzerland or Australia hosting the World Championships.
TNT Sports, powered by Speedo.
When tennis champion Pat Cash won Wimbledon, his checkered headband was almost as famous as he was.
I love my hair then, still do. And that's why I'm seeing Advanced Hair Clinic. There is absolutely no reason for anyone to suffer from hair loss, because the specialists at Advanced Hair Clinic sorted my hair loss, and they'll do the same for you, guaranteed. Advanced Hair Clinic. They're the UK leader in hair restoration.
Call Advanced Hair Studio now.
Electric.
I bet they bought the car with crypto.
Probably got a podcast about kale.
The Triugas.
Jeffrey reckons they wear sandals. They're coming now.
There he is. Never seem nice.
They seem all right.
Skoda. Did we?
Yes, we did.
Professional monitoring?
Activated.
This summer, leave your worries behind. Protect what matters to you with SimpliSafe Home Security. Systems start from under £200 with a professional monitoring plan. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
TNT Sports, powered by Speedo.
The roots of cycling are clearly in Europe, and more specifically in Belgium, France, Italy, Netherlands, and Spain, probably. So there is probably a lack of diversity, but we are working on it.
Cycling's roots in Africa started through colonial influence. You've got countries like Eritrea, that is probably the most passionate cycling nation on this continent. They were colonized by the Italians. South Africa's cycling journey started early on, even though it was segregated under apartheid, and that was through British and Dutch colonialism. And then you had countries like Morocco and Algeria. They've had a long cycling legacy through their connection with France.
Cycling there wasn't necessarily seen as a sport. It's not a sport, it's a transport. If you look at a country like South Africa, for example, I think it's a lot more advanced than a lot of the other countries. It's an actual sport that people take part in, whereas through other parts of Africa, you may have literally 1 or 2 events a year.
It's been an incredible journey of endurement. I think back then there was only 14 national federations, and today we have 54. Let's not fool each other. It didn't happen last year. It didn't happen the year before. This, where we are today, is because of the predecessors and what they did before.
If you put things in context, we are a country which is only 30 years old after the genocide against the Tutsi. So there's a path we had to go through to build the nation.
Rwanda's cycling story is one of the most compelling and inspiring stories out of Africa. It's one that is born out of trauma, resilience, and the transformative power of sport.
My name is Jamie Vissel, and I moved to Rwanda in October 2013 to start as the mechanic for the national team. The origin story, as I understand it, is it goes back to Tom Ritchie. Tom Ritchie had come over and he started the Coffee Bike program, but he had seen everybody. There was already a cycling culture here. They were, pushing bicycles. They were moving the potatoes, moving carrots. These were all people that were using the bicycle as a tool, and he looked around and said, there's potential here. So Jonathan Boyer came in 2007 and kind of converted the project over from being the Rwandan, the Coffee Bike project, to Team Rwanda. And that's when I came in. We were at the end of that time.
They literally moved to the country to support these young athletes who had a hunger for cycling and a dream. They had what they called the original 5.
bakatiye zana binjiriye binjiriye mu Kinigi mu centre.
My name is Uwimana Rafiki Jean de Dieu. I'm a former cyclist, and now I work as bike mechanic and bike tour guide.
Hi, I'm Adrien Yonshuti. I'm from Rwanda, a former of pro cycling.
In the beginning, it was Project Rwanda. And after Project Rwanda, become Team Rwanda. After Team Rwanda, and I become Africa Rising.
End of 2006, I have a chance, I meet Jock Boye.
Our coach, Jonathan Boye, he tests many riders, so I was very surprised to be in top 5.
From there, just like, everything opened on my eye, and I start believing I can become a professional. I remember I always ask Jock Boye, you gonna leave us and back to USA? And Jock will say, no, Adrian, I'll be here until you guys will achieve a goal.
We did a good job to put the country, the world map.
Adrian Niyonshuti is a remarkable human being, and he's someone who lost 6 of his brothers during the genocide. And Adrian went on to become an Olympian and a world tour cyclist, the highest level of cycling.
When I went tour of Rwanda, immediately JP called Jock Boy. I have a chance for 2 months, I think, or 3 months in South Africa in Potchefstroom. I worked there. I was working very serious and recent, my coach JP.
They would literally come for 6, 7 months at a time, and we would prepare them for Africa Championships and finally Adrian qualifying for the Olympic Games. Yeah, I think Rwanda cycling and the World Championships, that's where it started.
The 2025 UCI Road World Championships coming to Kigali, Rwanda, is a direct correlation to the work that people like Jock Boyer and Kimberly Coates did with Team Rwanda. I don't think if it was for the groundwork that they did 20 years ago, we would be where we are today. There are over 100 African cyclists across genders racing at different levels of professional cycling. Biniam Girmay is the role model for African cycling today.
And he makes history, the history maker, the Eritrean, the rising star of Africa. A brilliant ride from Biniam Girmay.
هو بزعبة سحلفة هستر تتحف عن زارة تخويناكو نيبحق مالتي كم ببزحي أي نبرة أفريقيا عند قلدم تتعاويتهم عودهم تقولوا مالتي ناتنا نبرة حلفة مستفت رح ينيرو عاوز حجي كن تساتيفنا عاود كنا متعال قليل يكونن وورلد تور ريس تتعود مع كلاسيك مالتي كل سبت فولتاي حجي معي بتاع حبني سلام داين مجمرتا غيزي كلاسيك كم اوناب جراند تور مجمرتا غيزي تعلم افريقيا واستعود طبعا تقدمتي كم افريقيا متن ابزن غبرو ودرات دزحنا خنوادر ني بحقي دليتي مالتي عابي صلوا وي عابي مرآيا كونم I hope تسفا قبر مالتي سلام داي نايمت اي قدم شلتا ناي افريقيا سن مالت بروح كوين رأيني سلامتاي كل سب دارجا كابلو بفتيو كم عاب حدا أقدس سبورت غيرو يدسر حلله أو بزعبا ناتي عودات متصدر وي زل عودات أبز حنشي كيزي بتاع عبد خونه تقولوا كله إلى حسبانه
I would like to be the next Biniam because he's that type of guy everyone is looking at now in Africa. He is the role model for the boys. May I want to be Biniam for the girls.
Perfect position to try and win this stage. Thiessen is ready. Oliver Naesen starts to open up the sprint for the team of Decathlon. Jakobsen is there. Look at Jasper Stuyven. Stuyven now starts the acceleration. Girmay is there. Right on the wheel is Mads Pedersen about. And it is right in the centre. Mads Pedersen. Pedersen. Girmay. Biniam Girmay. Biniam Girmay wins his first ever stage of the Tour de France for Eritrea.
All the Eritrean and African, we must be proud. Now we are really part of the big races, and then we success a lot of victories. So now it's our moment, it's our time.
Mais Biniam Girmay qui va gagner 3 étapes, qui est maillot vert, c'est formidable. Surtout avec la perspective des premiers championnats du monde en Afrique noire à venir au Rwanda en septembre. Donc naturellement, c'est... Là, on n'était plus dans « et si demain, peut-être que le cyclisme, l'Afrique va s'allier au cyclisme ». Là, on a un champion d'exception.
I think Biniam continues the legacy. He now creates a possibility for young Africans to dream, to know that it is possible to win a jersey and be on the podium at the Tour de France.
Miria, it's
Yes,
JP.
Oh, nice to hear from you, Coach. Hello.
Do you have a minute? I need to tell you some good news.
Yes, I have a minute.
Miria, after the training camp in South Africa, the way that you were dedicated, the way that you performed, the way that you showed your discipline, and especially after the Kenyan Championships, Africa Championships, with your performance, we decided to select you as part of the Africa 2025 UCI training camp. We will be going to Kigali, and you'll also be going to Brittany and France to prepare for the Kigali World Championships.
Wow, those are the best news I have ever received. I don't know, right now I feel like I want to cry. I don't know whether this feeling is real, whether I should be sad or happy, because I've never expected this.
Miria, dreams come true.
There are so many barriers and obstacles to African cyclists making it at the top level. I think one of the obvious ones is visa, which limits your travel depending on the opportunities that you have.
On my side, compared to other cyclists in Uganda, they normally get difficulties in getting their visa. For me, it was fair enough that I got my visa, though it was not in time, but I managed to get it. But other cyclists, it takes like 4 months, 3 months.
Otuuka bulungi yonna gy'olaga Mukama Katonda akwatireko. Embeera ogirabe gy'osula.
I think they are starting to know what is cycling is in Africa. And maybe in 2 years, Africa is going to be shining in cycling. Just know this is a big step in life. A very, very big step in life. And I think every cyclist likes this, to be in France. I'm going to learn, and once I learn, I bring back to the country.
The big difference training or preparing for competition and even racing in Europe is that, cycling it's a culture here. It's much safer, and that just means that as a woman, you have the independence to train or to practice your profession. Cycling was life-changing. It really helped me to become a more confident woman. But then coming to Europe was where it was the real ticket to freedom. It's quite a big shift, you know. You're leaving your home country, you're leaving your continent, you're leaving your family. I was nobody, although I was the best cyclist in South Africa. And the best cyclist in Africa, actually, at the time. I had to find my own way. At that time, it meant not being afraid. It meant taking risks. For many years, I was the flag bearer and the example to South Africa and to the whole continent of Africa. And now we have Kim. So Kim wanted to come over to ride in Europe, and she was contacting a lot of different teams to get a ride. But who is Kim? Nobody knows who Kim is, and the results that she has on her CV, most of the people here in Europe don't even consider, because it's not at the level of European racing. And I was given a call by the team owner, and the boss at AG Insurance has said, ask Ashley what she thinks. If she thinks Kim is worth the investment, we will put her on the team. And I said, yes, Kim has a mind for racing, but I do hope that, I know, for example, that what I've done over the years has allowed Kim to be where she is today and to be able to realize her dreams.
Ils n'ont même pas de budget pour accepter des billets d'avion. Mais c'est une équipe continentale qui peut faire étoile de BCS, des courses comme ça, mais ils n'ont pas de moyens. Si ils ont des équipes comme ça, ils ont des bons vélos, bons matos, tout est possible. L'écart, c'est l'argent. Le vélo, c'est comme Formule 1. Formule 1, tu n'as pas d'argent, tu fais rien. Et sur le vélo, c'est pareil. On ne fait pas compte, nous, parce que nous, la vie, c'est... On est trop habitués avec les bonnes vies, nous.
Equipment to me is number one. Number one. I think cycling is, it's not perfect, but yeah, I'll say it. I think it's actually doing a half-decent job. Cycling's expensive. You need more than just shoes and a few basic things. I mean, we all know a top-end Tour de France bike now is 15,000 euros. So considering the cost of entry, I mean, that's expensive for anybody. And that's expensive for an African, that's expensive for a European, American, it doesn't matter.
My disc broke, but I didn't know my Dorello.
Yeah, that's funny. But I didn't know that your Dorello had gone, otherwise I would have brought you one. We'll sort it out for you. Yeah. But yeah, I'll ask Sean in the meantime if
I can borrow one.
Yeah, exactly. If he's got one in country that you can borrow and.
Yeah. Because we bought extra hangers.
Yeah.
We bought 3 extra hangers.
Perfect. That's good. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna message Sean now because I'm sure he's sleeping, so I'll hit him when he gets up. I'll just ask him if he's got anything because we'll see if we can get you a spare when the tour finishes. Parts are the biggest thing. We go through them. It's normal. I mean, even teams in Europe struggle with that sometimes with the sponsorships to get enough what they need, and that's what we struggle with here, you know. And I think communicating that understanding to the people that need to hear it, because for 15 years I've been hearing, yes, but we bought some new bikes. Yes, but did you buy parts? We also need parts for the bikes. In a country like Rwanda, it's difficult to get things like Shimano, SRAM, wheels, these things. It's difficult. We talked about earlier with Jonathan when we were talking with him. He's broken his 105 rear derailleur. If we're lucky, we'll get one to him in maybe a couple of months. That's if we're lucky, and that's pretty fast. A couple of months. Can you imagine if we said that to somebody in, you know, Germany, France, or whatever? They, go to the bike shop, and worst case, they buy it. It's no problem.
Wait. No, you angula. Now, not you angula. Aba nebichi byogaya alabika ali kakola sina muyembe miri wenda kunyimba emiyembe ngenda kujimba jonna.
My name is Miro Michael, the founder and the chairman, Masaka Cycling Club. Masaka Cycling Club is found in central Uganda, Masaka City. And this club started a program, cycling development program, 6 years ago. And we used to organize these Black Mamba races every weekend and then just for fun. But later on, we developed and then we saw that we need to have a generation of young cyclists coming up. So 6 years ago, we started up this program. And currently, we have 50 young cyclists that are starting from zero. And the community is looking at them and not only cycling, but how it has also transformed these young persons in the community.
Okay, guys, I thank you for everything. I thank you for the time you've given to me to explain some of the things I learned and shared with you. What I want you guys to know, you are boys and we are girls. So we need help from you people. Because you are the people who are inspiring us. But once you leave us behind, we are going to leave the sport. Maybe I'm spoiled. My mother, they think my mother gave me a lot of freedom. Gave me a lot of freedom whereby she allowed me to join cycling. They are saying, your mother is a fool. And I hate that. I hate that.
Cycling can still largely be seen as a man's sport in a lot of communities. Women can face harassment, they can face shame, they can even face restrictions with regards to riding a bike from families in their own homes. This results in a lot of girls giving up. Similar to the men as well, there aren't clear pathways, but women often have less prize money and a less clear way of earning a living out of this sport.
As a club, we've tried our best to close the gap of gender inequality. Let me give you an example. A mother comes with a daughter who is 14 years to the club. And then the mother says, I want my daughter to be registered to cycle with your club. I say, why? Because I've seen boys racing and I think my daughter can be better than them. So Maria comes at the age of 14. Now Maria is 18. 4 years down the road, we are seeing amazing things happening. Maria was the first female Ugandan to represent Uganda in the African Continental Champion. And guess what? She was on the podium. She has been in Rwanda, she has been in Burundi, she has been in Kenya, and every day Maria is progressing. So we see that if you give a girl a chance in life, things can change.
TNT Sports, powered by Speedo.
Sounds like Ojo time.
Feel the fun with bingo games from 1p, daily bingo jackpots, and money back on every game. Funky.
Feel the fun. Play Ojo.
The Mazda CX-30, our stylish and compact SUV. Available with 0% APR representative when ordered before 30th of September 2025. Search Mazda. Mazda, crafted in Japan.
I can clean your teeth, but I can't wash your whole mouth.
Yeah, we're toothbrushes, not mouth brushes.
We need backup.
Listerine works with brushing and flossing to deliver 5 times more cleaning power. Plus, it contains clinically proven essential oils. For whole mouth health, Listerine. Wash your mouth.
Give your kids that payday feeling. With GoHenry, kids learn to earn, save, spend, and invest. All in one place. Completing chores for extra pocket money. Smashing savings goals. And making smarter spending decisions while you grow a pot of money for when they turn 18 with the GoHenry Junior Stocks and Shares ISA. Join over 2.2 million kids who have already learnt money skills with GoHenry. Visit GoHenry.com or download the app today.
Right then, let me show you around. This is where the action happens. Great thing about this job, every day is different. It's our new piece of kit. Good enough. It can be hard work here, but we know how to have a laugh. So then, when can you start?
TNT Sports, powered by Speedo.
Brands like Zwift and other indoor training platforms have become a great place for particularly women to ride in a safe environment. It's also a great talent identifier. Obviously, there are limitations, it doesn't replace riding on the road, and particularly where the highest level of cycling is still based in Europe, but it's still Eurocentric. There's also the culture shock of going to Europe, especially for your first time, particularly if you have to stay there for a prolonged period of time. Athletes have to deal with homesickness, not seeing their family, and take part in a sport that is already brutal on its own.
What I'm looking forward in this training camp in Europe, first of all, I'm very excited. It's going to be my first time. I'm going to ride with those people, the pros, other cyclists. I'm going to get friends, and I'm going to get exposed. Then I'm going to leave my family behind, but what I know, I'm going to be racing for my goal. Once I achieve it, they will be happy, of course. Now, what I'm looking forward is to get a team, first of all, to get a team, and to absorb all the training they are going to be giving to me so that I perform well in the World Championship.
We're into the final few hundred metres now. The lead group is strung out as they battle for every last inch, and just behind them, Ashley Moolman-Pasio is digging deep, but it looks like it won't be her year for the podium.
I've broken my back. And with promising talent coming through, I missed out on all of my goals last year. I'm competition to Kim. It's been a really challenging period. Last year I had a very big injury with breaking my back, and it's been a challenge coming back. I've had the fighting spirit and the determination, but there's been plenty of bumps along the road. Liège-Bastogne-Liège was a very frustrating race for me and a very disappointing race. But at the same time, it was a historical and very big achievement, for my teammate Kim and for my team. We were ready ready to show up and we had a great race plan, and I was a big part of that plan. In the snap of a fingers, you just see it all slipping out of your hand. I had to stop the race because, yeah, I was getting sick and there was no reason to continue. I felt that I disappointed my team, and then I got onto the bus and I noticed that Kim, that she was also not in the front of the race, and I felt so deflated. And then just out of nowhere, it all just changed.
Make a move. Kim LaCourte's got to time this one. The sprint opens up, 200 metres to go. Kim LaCourte straight down the centre. Kim LaCourte and Pop Peterson, it looks like it's going to come down to between those. Kim LaCourte pulls clear. Kim LaCourte sits up and celebrates for AG Insurance Sudal.
So it was a real roller coaster for me, obviously, with the challenges I've been facing in the early part of the year. Coming back from the injury, I really put Ardennes Classics as my first goal. I really had to find, you know, the balance inside myself, you know, of being disappointed and frustrated and a bit angry at myself, but then also being really happy for Kim and for the team. I believe my support and my encouragement, you know, towards Kim, there is unfortunately a tension between us that has surfaced this year.
You can run, for example, in Kenya, in countries, in Ethiopia, and you can go immediately to ride a marathon. In cycling, you can't be a champion just by training. It's possible in other sports. It's impossible in road cycling because you need to compete. You need to learn how to put yourself in a peloton, how to be protected by the wind. To do this, unfortunately, I would say you have to come to Europe because this is where you have most of the races. This is where you will learn, and it will, of course, for African riders, they have then to travel. And by the way, it's more difficult. We have cost restrictions and so on.
David Lapartian, he had the vision to create a team from Africa, which we call the Africa 2025 team. And that's how you create opportunities. You take them to Brittany, you expose them to the local club racing. And the good thing about the system in France is that they have so many different levels that once you prove yourself in the first level, you can go to the next level. So that's exactly what we need.
Grassroots plays an incredible role in developing African athletes. I believe somewhere in Africa, we have the next Chris Froome, the next Biniam Girmay, the next Ashley Moolman-Pasio. They are there waiting to be discovered. We have a Tour de France winner somewhere in Africa. But on a practical level, in order to get that, you need grassroots initiatives. You need to start with 10,000 athletes, where 1,000 of them will have talent, 100 might make it to the pro ranks, and 10 might become the best in the world.
Si on se projette à 10 ans, il devrait y avoir 2 ou 3 Africains autour de France, si le travail est bien fait. Mais aujourd'hui, il y a un vrai travail de culture. Eux, ce sont des grands coureurs, mais ils ont un problème de confrontation internationale. Le sport de haut niveau, très haut niveau, devient de moins en moins vertueux. Et je trouve que l'Afrique, pour le cyclisme, il faut de l'humilité et il faut les aider. Et ça, c'est passionnant parce qu'on a l'impression vraiment de servir à quelque chose.
When I got my visa, I was kind of surprised. How can I get this visa this quick? Just 2 weeks, I got the visa because they said if I didn't apply in March, in March, I did in March, The next appointment, they will be in August. In my mind, everything was like, if you don't go to France, you don't cycling, you don't do cycling, just quit. If you don't get visa, just quit. If you don't get visa, just quit. Even my mother kept on telling me, if you don't get visa, you just quit, because when you go to France, that's when you know where you are in cycling. Where am I so far with these European girls? My racing skills, my training, where am I? Europe, obviously, it is the best in cycling and sports all over the world. It is the best. The most challenge I got in Europe is the weather. The roads are small, keeping right, the food, the language, and those are the most challenges I got. We go with the car. Yes, we go. No, listen, no, listen.
C'est pas un souci. C'est plus le placement dans le peloton. Parce que quand on n'a pas l'habitude de se retrouver entre un peloton de 20 coureurs et puis 50 à 100 coureurs, bah c'est complètement...
For sprint is 20 seconds for sprint.
Yes, 40, relax.
Yeah, mais when I look, it's not...
Sprint?
No sprint, and not 20 seconds.
Why? It's because we are just imagining. Because we don't have it on the Garmin.
We don't have 2 days of training.
Yeah,
we fail to load.
Faut vraiment faire un bon sprint. Okay, Myria?
Yes?
Good sprint, huh? Position for sprint. I speak to last day.
Yes, yes.
Remember?
Yes, I used it today. Some girls, they arrived here 2 weeks back. Me, I arrived 2 weeks after them. So I was like, me, I'm late. I'm not going to catch up with the girls. But now the confidence is good. My first feeling was, of course, a bit scary.
Why?
I didn't know what I'm going to find. New people, new language, new food, new sleep, new weather, everything. Now you speak Arabic. Rwanda, me, Uganda, I can't speak with you. I miss my language just now. How are people going to be looking at me, the black person in Europe? How is it going to be? Scared, I'm scared of everything. Mostly the people.
I start to feel like it's scared, like it's the first time to go far from my house, and I will take long time, and this is give me like a fear. But after this, I enjoy it and I get used for it.
My goal is not to win World Championship. I don't have that in mind.
Right.
I just have
to finish.
Yes, that ring in me. You have to finish the World Championship. Once I finish, the goal done, everything good. And maybe I see myself close to the dreams, because you see, like Binyam Gimai, his way is like this. He started USI, he started local team, USI, now pro, now win.
Big news in the cycling world. South African star Ashley Moolman-Pasio could miss what was meant to be her final Tour de France Femmes. Despite a determined comeback from injury and wearing the green jersey in 2023, reports suggest AG Insurance Soudal may leave her out of their squad.
I'm not going to be racing the Tour de France, and it's a real big blow to me, because it's not just a bike race, really. It's part of everything I've fought for all of my career. I'm trying my best to be supportive, to be a team player, to be the bigger person, and I'm willing to go to the Tour de France as a support rider, as a road captain, and to put my own results or ambitions in terms of results aside to serve the purpose of the team and to share my experience and to help the team get the best result. It's really tough to have to experience something like this after all the years that I've fought for women's cycling. I'm showing all the right signs of standing up for the team values and the collective and building the team. And you have one rider, the one that's obviously performing the best at the moment, but that's is trying to change the way not thinking about the entire team and how to get the best out of the team, and I'm being left out.
It's unfair.
Yeah, I've spoken about it openly to the people, not to everyone, to try and get the best out of everyone, you know what I mean, for the best of the team. So it's not like there's a whole lot of other riders in the team that have experience. Most of the riders are quite young and new and inexperienced. And you take, for your biggest race of the year, where experience plays such a crucial role, you take it away. Rwanda is my last shot at the world title. I think all of the years of preparation, hard work, all the challenges I've had to overcome has created a really big fire inside my belly, and I think there's going there'll have to be a lot that stops me from achieving the result that I'm after. And this time I'm going all in. If I have to do it on my own, I'm going to do my absolute best to do it on my own and to win that rainbow jersey for South Africa and for Africa.
TNT Sports, powered by Speedo.
Be the one thing that can change everything. Be bold. Be authentic. Be the unexpected. The laughter. In a world where you can be anything. Be love. Be love. Be love. Be love. Pandora.
I have a life too, Bill. Who had the calamari? It was for the table. I didn't eat any calamari, so I'm not paying for any calamari. What are you, 7? Ah, that's for crumpets, sweetheart.
Our relationship with money is formed from a young age. That's why our expert team is here, to help you take control of your money today. Barclays, make money work for you.
From takeoff to touchdown, get great satisfaction in finding the right travel insurance for your trip.
Compare!
Step into your future with learning that can take you anywhere.
So this is really, really important on the side.
All by yourself. Listening to everybody say, be everybody else. Can't you see?
Good evening.
The Open University. The future is open.
Get out of the rain! What are you too late?
TNT Sports, powered by Speedo.
Hello. Yes, yes, Samson. Good afternoon. How ready are we? So we have to make sure, since it's the testing of the final as we prepare UCI, we have to look at all those aspects. The live coverage, the arc for the final, because it's going to be a whole demo. So please go in details and keep us posted if there's anything we need to intervene, because we have to make sure this is properly done.
It has been a very tough week. We could not achieve this stage and this setup and this, hosting all these people if we had not anticipated to deliver the event that we have delivered. Okay, big up to the team, and let's keep up the spirit, all right?
what I'll do is, I'll do what I've learned in all races. I'll add them together and then I put in action. I hope to do better because now I feel like I'm strong. Now I'm light. I'm more aggressive.
Trotting lap. Ok. Donc, le first 7 lap, tranquille, ok. You look situation in the race. You look another rider, attitude. And after 7 lap, okay, you, little push. Mais no all time, okay. You manage. Focus for final. Donc you manage always tranquille. You stay not first position. Huh? No work all time in front.
Allez, mesdemoiselles, bonne course, c'est parti. La conférence féminine de la formation de l'AMSR
UCI has played a crucial role. They, a while ago, identified Africa as a priority in terms of globalizing cycling. Those initiatives have to continue. We are still fighting to get onto the start line, not just to win races. You have to start with a massive pool at a grassroots level. The bigger you make that pool, the bigger the chance of having more athletes represented at the top.
Hey girls, allez, go! Allez, go girls, allez! Allez Myriam, allez! Faut pas rester là, Yannick, hein, faut pas.
Well, let's first talk about the goals. So, world champs in Africa, in Rwanda, I think it's a great opportunity to use the chaos and the uncomfortable sort of zone for the Europeans, right? To use it as an opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's also, no one knows what's coming. From the recon, we've been there. There's so many variables that can come into play.
Yeah.
Especially food.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
Yeah, so first have to be really disciplined.
I do think coming from South Africa and growing up in South Africa, you've got a stronger tummy than most people.
Yeah,
hopefully.
that's true, yeah.
Hopefully. And yeah, I think the feeling and sensations are always different in Africa. Like when you're in Europe, you know, the Europeans are closer to their families, closer to home, and that makes a big difference to your racing and your performance. But, you know, being in Africa, where you're from, where you've grown up, it makes more of a difference.
Aujourd'hui, les gars, c'est une journée particulière. Le circuit, c'est le circuit des championnats du monde. Depuis le début de la semaine, vous êtes fantastiques. Ça serait relativement super si on pouvait voir les Rwandais aux avant-postes aujourd'hui. OK? Du grand Rwanda aujourd'hui.
Garagaza ko turi butsinde nuko Rwanda bikomeye.
Teamwork is also going to be interesting on this course. I don't think it's very easy because there aren't many places where you can really organize. There's some, like here is quite a nice long straight.
But probably a feeding zone is going to be there and you're going to have to feed from yourself.
Yeah, but if you think like it's not that long that they can really get proper momentum. So just as they start getting kind of momentum to chase, you're taking the next corner, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If there is ever a course that's suited to a more individual rider, I'd say this is the one. This is the one.
Uncertainty surrounds Binyam Girmai's participation at the Kigali World Championships. The mountainous course does not suit the Eritrean sprinter, but millions across Africa hope to see their star rider take the start line to represent the continent.
Achievements have just been phenomenal. It's incredibly hard to reach where he is and overcome even more barriers than a lot of other people in the peloton who he's racing against. I don't think he's finished. I think he's still got many years ahead of him.
He's able to be world champion. Probably not here because he's not the best climber, but Montreal 2026, let's see. So I wish he could be the first African to become UCI world champion.
These world championships might not suit him, but tough luck. He's the face of African cycling. He has to be there. He has to show up. He has to understand that this moment is bigger than him.
Du centre mondial du cyclisme aux avant-postes avec entre autres celle qui porte le dossard 24 avec Nantumé Miria. Miria, allez. Ici du côté de la tech avec le sprint lancé de très loin en tout cas sur le final de cette sprint par le dossard 21 Jazila.
Why you didn't attack after her? Everyone is kaput. I told you 3 times. I told you Miria go, Miria go, Miria go. And also when I attack on climb, I say after I drop and after I come back. When I told you Miria go. Khalas, everyone kaput. Yes. You don't understand what I'm saying. I said to you. We all want to. I don't see you.
What's your first feeling after the race? Like, how do you feel?
A bit disappointed in myself, and I think the team is also disappointed, but me as a person, I'm happy for the results because it is the first time in Europe I've been in the breakaway. I didn't win, but I was in the breakaway. It's really amazing, and it is a big improvement on my side, and I celebrate that, and I appreciate it. It's real good.
It's going to be brutal. I mean, more than 6,000 meters of climbing, the heat, the humidity, the Muir of Kigali or the wall of Kigali is extremely tough. But having to race it a whole bunch of times on the circuit, it's going to be an extremely tough race.
Là, il fait très chaud et souvent les premières gouttes réapparaissent. La chaussée est bien mouillée. Il n'a pas plu beaucoup à Kigali depuis une semaine. Là. J'ai peur que ça se couche en bas. Parce que ça va arriver vite, il va falloir se placer rapidement. Il y en a un.
There's always a bit of a level of stress, but at the same time, this is going to be an iconic moment for Rwanda and for Africa.
The conditions are going to be brutal.
The momentum is there, you know, the talent is coming through.
You have to sprint, you have to climb. It is all about working hard.
Even if you don't become a champion, there's always place for you. And when you dream, dream big.
I'll give my level best, I'll try my level best.
I'm racing in the World Championships in Rwanda for Africa.
This is not just a race, this is the start of a new cycling era.